everyone, welcome to our first episode of Kadar FM. It is essentially tabletop talk, but with a nicer name. Our podcast is brought to you by our patrons, people like Parker Lang, Emma Felix, Ben Dagnall, Rose Davis. Thank you so much for your support, guys. You make this possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This week it's me. Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm joined by Jazz.
Hi.
And Alex.
Hello.
We're gonna talk a little bit about, well, kind of everything. How we're doing, what's been going on, some high hopes, low rolls, that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, how you guys been recently? It's the long separation.
It is.
It's very weird.
I mean, if you mean recently as in within the span of the past few hours, it's just strange to be awake at this time. I got up 4 hours earlier than I normally would today. And
That's a big mood.
You are
running
not
on
a
energy
morning
drink.
boy.
I'm not a morning boy.
That sounds nice.
Me, Alex, and Amy are like the night shift, right? Like we get up late and we stay
Yeah.
up late.
You two
but
will
Jazz-
send like memes to the group chat at 1 a.m. and I'll be like, why are you awake? Go to sleep, but then also be awake.
Yeah.
And
I
end up
see all
being
of this
awake
in the
way later.
morning. I'm definitely the morning person.
Yeah,
You're like
you
one
get
of the most morning people.
I wake up and I'm like,
unfortunately early.
it's coffee time.
How much has your coffee consumption increased over quarantine, Jazz?
Well, it's kind of a roller coaster. So at the start, I was like, right, screw it. I've got nothing to like, I don't have anything to lose if I mess up my sleeping pattern. So I'm just going to have as much coffee as I want. And so I'd have like 3 or 4 coffees a day. And then I'd be like vibrating, and then I'd get to the point where Beth would actually just like hide the coffee can from me. Like, she would just ban me from having coffee.
She's cut you
Like-
off.
Cutting you off at the bar.
Yeah, but then I got to a point where I was like, okay, you know what? We've got this kind of cheaper coffee now that I don't really like. So it's kind of put me off coffee a bit. I just have one a day now until we get the nice coffee again.
I'm glad you're on the road to recovery, Jazz.
Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot.
Man, I'm so glad to hear that you are that you're okay.
I'm good. I'm enjoying life,
Good.
kind of.
Even though
I
that
miss
life
you.
involves a larger portion of coffee.
Not anymore. Not now that we've got the dirt coffee.
The dirt coffee.
Yeah, it's so annoying because it's like, it looks fancy and it's like l'or classique, and I'm like, it tastes like shit. It's really bad. It's so bad.
Why do I just imagine you with like a fake mustache as you say that?
I imagined myself like that.
Have you had a
Yeah,
coffee
twiddler.
already today?
Yeah, I had one coffee.
You'd never know.
I had like a big cup. Like, I had my favourite cup. It's got flamingos on it, but it also looks like one of those really classic, like, hand turned ones, you know.
Oh, that sounds so fancy.
It's kind of like the colour of clay, but then it's got a pink trim, and then it's got like pink flamingos. It's really cute.
Man,
So I had that, but then I didn't drink all of it. Like, I poured a little bit at the bottom out because I was like, okay, I've reached my peak now. So,
freaking, that sounds like the fanciest blimmin' mug ever. My favourite mug just has cock on it.
I mean, that's just you, isn't it? That's it.
Jazz,
That's
are you calling me a cock?
No, never. I just mean like it's just up your alley.
I can't argue with that. That's fair.
Yeah. I would never call you that.
I don't know, man. Caffeine does strange things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
4
true.
cup jazz is much different to 1 cup jazz. much different to
I
one
mean,
cup
it's
jazz.
more like 4/5 of a cup jazz. Because I poured that last bit out.
So I don't know about you guys if you have any news, but I was just going to mention that by the time this goes out, this will not be new or relevant, but well, it'll still be relevant, but it won't be new. We put the Dorito Wizard and the Chonky Xenia designs up on our Redbubble, so you can now get them as stickers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they're so great. I love them.
They're so cute.
So derpy, yeah.
Man, the art versus art videos were so fun to do. Like,
Man,
I can't wait to do
so
some
much
more of them.
fun. Yeah. Hopefully we'll do some more of those soon, actually.
Ooh,
Like,
lovely.
Yeah.
really, really soon. So going out on Patreon over the past couple of weeks for our $2 patrons, we've been posting like pictures and explanations and sort of like relatively in-depth looks at our D&D kits.
Yeah.
Which has been really fun because like obviously I used to see them all at the table all the time, but I never get to go through them.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun to see all of your kids up close, and also
Just,
I
have a
kind
little
of knew
snoop.
this, but y'all are so aesthetic. Like you have such like good eye, like even for your D&D kits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mine's
really
just
cool
a bit
seeing the way
chaotic.
everybody sorts theirs out.
Yeah, that is interesting. Everyone's got their own little system.
Because mine's only gotten organised in air quotes. It's only gotten organised in like very recent times. So it's cool seeing people who have like actually been organising theirs for a while.
Oh, I thought you meant recent, as in like someone said, "Hey, Alex, we need a picture of your D&D kit," and you're like, "Oh,
I mean, I'm not
boy,
saying that's
I need
not
to."
how it was.
Okay.
My D&D kit will be going out some point, probably by the time this podcast has gone out. You will have seen it if you're on Patreon. But so mine's quite expansive because I'm the dungeon master, so I got a lot of stuff. And I filmed this video, and then I sent it to the other wizards, and I was like, "Please, can you watch this so that sort of double check for spoilers." And Alex was like, "This entire middle section."
There was a section where you were flipping through just like pages of your campaign notebook, and there was some really interesting stuff in there, but then also I'd pause it and be like, this major spoiler happened, and it's like, oops.
It didn't occur to me that anybody would okay, so this is going to sound a
Pause it and
little
read
dumb.
it.
Yeah, but also that anybody would watch it.
Oh.
The content we're putting out to be watched.
Like,
I mean, as
at
soon
that
as one
point, it's like
person notices, that would just spiral around the internet.
That's true, man. When I finished recording it, and I was like, oh man, this is a half an hour video. Well, oh well,
my
I guess
God.
I'll be fine. Yeah, like I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But if we cut out all of the notebooks, then
Yeah.
um,
I mean, that's the thing, because
Yeah.
like I think we're very lucky in that the people who watch High Hopes, and indeed the people who watch this podcast, hello, we're in your ears right now. But from like what we've seen, people are very like up on like making theories with what content we have out at the
Yeah.
minute, and that's
Oh
just
my
like the canon
God.
stuff. So like
Yeah.
all of the behind the scenes stuff, like your
Yeah.
notebooks, I think.
Yeah. And like,
Like
Phil's
your
little
notebooks that contain
stories as
all of
well.
the plot.
you said like on one page in big red block text it says X is, it was like a major spoiler, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, is it? Is that in there? Like I didn't even see it.
It
my
was so
God.
funny
Big red
because like
text.
watching through it, it was like you would pause on a page and be like, oh, this is a cool little doodle of when we made these like little designs, look at this, and then right next to it there was like a massive spoiler on the opposite page that you couldn't see, and I was like, Jenny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I don't even read my own words anymore.
It was like, turn around, the coal's coming from inside the house.
Do I want a question?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a pretty easy one, I think. From Anonymous on Tumblr. What
Hello,
is
Anonymous.
everybody's favorite color? Like
Oh.
it says colors of the crew, so I assume High Hopes, but I'm gonna stab that
Oh.
Jazz's favorite color is yellow.
Oh, well, actually,
Oh.
I'll have it. Yes.
Plot twist.
Well, it's kind of I'm on the fence with pink and yellow, which I do like to mash together and just be an eyesore.
I mean, you're certainly always the brightest thing in the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes there have been times where we've been together like as a group, and the sun has come in the window and it's hit you, and suddenly the room is difficult to be in.
This happens a lot in our Zoom meetings because I sit near the window.
Oh yeah.
When the sun
course.
shines, I just get really overexposed and just turn
Yeah.
into like a sun child. You just can't see me anymore. I'm just a light.
How about Torlin and Mina? Do you know their favorite colors?
I think Torlin's is green because she's got her green
Oh, yeah, of
bandana
course.
that matches her
yeah.
eyes. Mina is blue, I think. I mean, she's already so blue that it kind of, she just, like, it feels, I don't know, it feels natural to her to be blue.
Well, it's also the color of her favorite things, right? Like the sky and
Yeah.
the sea
And the sea and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
How about Paddy, Alex?
Hello. Probably orange. That's like his sort of main color.
Yeah.
But it's pretty
Yeah.
similar to just my favorite colors, because my favorite color's red. So it's just sort of that whole
Aw.
autumn palette. I think both
Yeah.
in game and in real life. It's just
That
nice
makes
to look
sense.
at.
Yeah. You're nice to look at, Alex.
Whoa. Likewise. Oh my
No.
goodness.
No.
My favorite color is also red. If
Oh
It
hell yeah,
is.
squad.
the best color.
Got that right.
It suits you.
It's why
Who'd be into yellow and pink when red is available? Am I right?
Hey,
I'm kidding,
hey
Jazz, I
now.
love you.
Don't shame me.
It's why in Animal Crossing my sparkly suit is red.
Oh, your crime suit for
There's
when
no,
you do
Alex, I
have a
video game
separate
crime
crimes.
suit.
Just a normal.
what color is the crime
everyday.
suit?
The crime suit is green.
Oh, it's
You're
so,
like the onceler.
oh my god.
It's
At
like
first
green
I
and
thought you were a
purple.
frog.
Those are, like,
It's
the
the
villain
frog
colours.
suit, and then like
Oh.
a green luchador mask, and then some
Oh.
purple star sunglasses, and I think the red rain boots. I'm not really sure. I can't remember at this point. But that only comes out when there is crime to be done.
See, I don't have Animal Crossing, so I don't get to see all of the shenanigans
Oh,
that you'll get up to. But hearing about
she
them
was-
is such a gift. Like
She was causing a lot of trouble yesterday.
I
She
expect she
kept
caused a lot of
picking
trouble
the
every day.
flowers and
No,
then
that was not
burying
me.
them.
That was not me. I did not pick any flowers. That was Phil. That was all Phil. I do
Yeah.
not pick flowers. That is
What about the
a
buried
line.
sticks?
Yeah, that was me.
What about
That's
the
your-
pitfall
That's like
seed?
your calling card is burying sticks, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. I do love how you all turned up on Amy's island and was like, Amy, there's so many fossils that you haven't picked up, and she was like, no.
She just
It's
doesn't
just-
look at them anymore. She
Yeah,
just doesn't.
previous times I've been round and buried sticks in her house. Yeah, last
Poor
night.
lass.
So Alex, the way that Animal Crossing works is you can get a magic wand. And what the magic
Ooh.
wand does is it allows you to store different outfits in it.
Oh, that's
So-
so cool.
Mhm.
And then when you can name them, and then when you use the magic wand to turn into, say, for example, my crime outfit, which is called Crime Time, you say Crime Time when you turn into it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it like reads it
This
out loud.
literally is your
Me and
supervillain
Beth
alter ego. I love it.
Like walking down this skinny one person, like there's high walls on either side bit of her island where the only access is through this path that she's made, and I'm in front of her and I stop walking and I'm like, oh, you know what time it is? It's crime time. Just chase her back into the garden.
Animal Crossing
Wasn't
really is
Phil down
torment
the
your
other
friend's
side as
simulator,
well?
isn't it?
It is
She was
entirely.
screaming a lot.
I don't want you on my island. I know what I have done. I am scared of the consequences.
What have you done?
Jenny,
Well,
you don't
you know,
want to
just-
reap the rewards of all of your sticky gifts.
Just generally been a nuisance, and don't want you to be a nuisance on my island.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, and that's anywhere but your house.
Exactly.
I'd just like to point out that when both you and Beth changed into your outfits and it popped up saying, Jenny's got her crime time outfit and Beth's got her anti-crime time outfit because, she's a sweet summer child. And then Matt changes into an outfit. What was that title? Do you remember what it was?
It can only be good.
Oh no, Matt's outfits are so weird. Like two of them are like
Jenny, hold up. Your
hipster.
outfit is a luchador mask and
Okay.
spangly pants.
It was a frog outfit. It was a full-on frog outfit. He had like the frog head and everything, but the name was just unspeakable.
But he also has like hipster, which is just like him but wearing a specific hat, and then he has like space, but spelled S-P-E-C-E. Space.
Yeah.
And then so in the game, obviously you get a bunch of different tools so that you can like chop trees and dig holes and stuff.
Yeah.
I have this like ghost woman costume, which we won't go into.
Oh god.
And if I chop
so
him with an
scary.
axe wearing the ghost woman costume, whilst he's wearing his space suit, he's like, "You can't hurt me. I'm protected by my space suit."
Yeah, he like runs around and he's like, "I'm protected. You can't get me with your ghostly touch."
As if an axe would, but
Not
it's
break.
fine.
True.
It's okay. So, another anonymous from Tumblr asks, with HHLR being an animatic series too, if one of the characters, and then they specifically mention Malark, Hashaan, and Rook, etc., died during one of your sessions,
What?
would you say anything about it or keep it just for shock factor later on?
What?
I
Why?
think at this point,
why?
I love the fact that they picked those three specifically.
Yeah.
That's a great
those
detail.
that's the examples they gave. It's just funny to me that Malark is the first one
Yeah, I mean, he's a danger child.
for
Yes.
himself and to others. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're sort of, so I wouldn't say used to, because we're always still learning more things about how to do production and stuff,
Yeah.
but we're so in the rhythm, I guess, of the storytelling side of it and not wanting to spoil anything. I think we'd probably
Yeah.
keep it under wraps, because like
Yeah.
obviously character death is a major thing for any series.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So I think I think we'd probably keep it quiet. We'd be very sad, but you wouldn't know why.
Yeah.
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 We'd just be like, "Oh, terrible week this week, lads," and you'd all be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And you're like, "I can't talk about it."
No, I think immediately everyone would be like, "Oh my god, who died?"
Someone
We'd
has
be like,
perished.
"Whoa." And then they'd start making up some crazy theories. And
Yeah, I do just love the theories that have been in the Discord.
there are some wild ones. I mean,
great.
did you see the most recent one, the theory about not our characters but us?
No,
Because apparently,
I'm worried. What is it?
well, apparently Phil is bees in a mech suit, and I am a pile of frogs in a mech suit,
Oh man,
and
they've
thus
figured
we
out
are
your
the perfect
secret.
couple. Yeah, I mean, there was even this really cute piece of art about with a frog and a bee.
It's so
It was so
wholesome.
beautiful.
And that does beg the question: what
wow.
animals are piloting the rest of our mech suits?
Well,
Because
Alex,
clearly
you
we're
are a
all
pile
some
of
kind
raccoons,
of forest
okay?
Gundams.
You're a stack of
Yeah.
raccoons in a long jacket.
yeah, absolutely.
True.
That's
With
not a
my
mech
little
suit. You've just
fedora
found some
hats
trench
on
coat in the
top.
bin.
You know that TikTok of the person on somebody else's shoulders and they have like a ball gown on, and it's like the,
Yeah.
my legs were too long kind of one. That, but just a pile of raccoons.
Yes, absolutely.
This
What
person
would Jenny
then
be?
also no. We don't need to talk about what pile of animals
Yeah,
I would be.
I
I
want to
think we
know what
do.
you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just an amalgamy of a bunch of different animals. You're like a chimera, but inside of a robot.
Ooh. Wow.
Not even a fully formed chimera. It's just like a club of different animals, and they've called themselves a chimera. But
So it's so weird
Yes.
that you would bring up chimeras because, like, I feel like yesterday Because it probably wasn't yesterday because I think we were outside, which must mean it was last week when we went food shopping. But every time is a flat circle, so it feels like it was like yesterday.
Yeah.
We were talking about I don't know how we got onto this conversation. We're getting into the car after we've been food shopping, but we're talking about Shao Tucker and Chimeras in Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh, nice.
It's just like really fresh in my mind for some reason because it was like. Yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to. Sorry, that was Oliver, our sound engineer. But yeah, that's like one of the 4 topics of conversation we've had since last week. Not a lot happens these days, so
You have to fill your time with
yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist and various other anime.
I watched the live action Bleach movie on Netflix.
Oh no.
Oh man, any live action anime movie is such a gamble.
I'll be honest, it's pretty good. It was
Really?
wild.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
It was. I
was a
mean,
ride.
I haven't watched Bleach or read any Bleach since I was. I mean, it might have been 10 years.
Wow.
That might literally be how long. So I feel like I'm pretty easily impressed by the story because I had forgotten most of it. I don't know. It was pretty good.
Cool.
Good prop work. I like the wigs, and obviously those are the important things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hands down.
Always.
Sorry, Jazz. You were saying before I rudely interrupted
Oh.
to tell you about Bleach.
No, I mean I don't. Well, I was gonna say I've run out of like topics to talk about with my 3 housemates because they are literally the only 3 people that I've talked to. Like, I mean, last night we started talking about my callus on my foot. So, you know, don't be sorry that you interrupted me because you probably didn't want to know anyway.
You know what it sounds like, Jazz? It sounds like you need to make a crime suit and start burying sticks on their islands to spice things up.
What? I mean, don't tell anyone. It's a secret. But last night, I gave Beth a pitfall seed,
Oh my.
Criminal.
and then she buried it on Amy's island.
I thought you
No
meant like
way.
you put a pitfall seed on Beth's island, but of course, Amy is the only one having shit happen to her island.
Though the weird thing is, it disappeared. The pitfall seed. But no
Weird.
one fell in it.
Maybe a villager got caught in it.
Oh my god, what if one of Amy's villagers is like stuck down a hole?
Just like,
No.
oh man, I haven't seen.
It's Camo Frog.
Oh no!
It's like, hello, help me. Apparently, Camo Frog is very aggressive.
Like
He shouts at you like a sergeant.
Yeah, he's very intense.
Now he's just down the hole.
He's
like,
just this tiny dude who's like, drop and give me 20, motherfucker, and then, like, but in like
Which
cute
is
Nintendo
surprising
speak.
because, you know,
Yeah,
who knew? They'd be swearing.
he's a special character because he's the only one who can curse like a sailor.
So the anonymous that asked us about people dying in sessions also asks if once somebody has died, are they going to stop talking on Tumblr and stuff? I don't think so,
No,
because like they're
characters exist for as long as you remember them.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Same
That's
as
such
people.
a sweet thing to say.
yeah.
Well, you know, it's...
I mean, the answering questions on Tumblr is kind of like, as if the characters are like actors, right, in a reality show, right, and then they go into the booth like in Big Brother,
yeah,
and they answer your questions.
have like the little
like
asides.
the questions on Tumblr are like that, right? So even if their character dies in the show, they'll still be there to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I reckon.
They specifically say once it reaches the death of characters like Torlin. So
Excuse me.
I am going to
Rude.
put an end to this rumor right now and say I mean, obviously we've got a couple of sets of characters walking around. It's Torlin and Mina are both Jazz's characters, and then Rook and Brio are Matt's characters. I was going to say they were also Jazz's characters. It turns out that the entire party is just Jazz.
It's just Jazz in various hats.
I'm Matt in a suit.
And
I wear a Matt suit.
Dang, that's upsetting.
Turns out Matt was frogs all along.
That means that video that we posted to Twitter of Matt dressed as Steve Jobs.
That was also me.
Is you are harassing yourself on the regular.
I bully myself on a regular basis.
I see.
For the greater good of our viewers. You're welcome.
You're welcome. And Amy plays. Sorry, jump back to the question. Amy plays Gimgar and Hashaan.
Oh yeah, because we get a lot of questions about people being like, "Which one of them is dead?" and stuff.
Yeah,
somebody must be dead.
None of them are dead. No. None of them are dead. They just didn't want to do the adventuring thing anymore. Yeah.
The character's just like, oh man, this is too much. I'm gonna go home and knit for a while. My feelings, my objectives don't currently align with the party, so I'm going to leave. That's kind of how it shook out.
But it's kind of nice like that because it's a nice way of sort of weaving people in and out of the narrative.
Yeah.
People going off on their own sort of bits and pieces.
Yeah, because we exist at several points in time, which is the point in time where the show is, and the point in time where the speed paint of the poster is.
My gosh.
And then there's present day for us, real human beings, where we are in the
kind
story.
Of switched again, yeah.
Man, I'm so excited
it's so confusing.
Play High Hopes again. We've been We've been testing out a bunch of different meeting platforms like Discord calls and Discord servers, and then Zoom, and we did a very brief Google Hangout the other day, though I don't think it's called that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You were there, Jess.
Was that when I was in the background?
Yeah, I was talking to Beth.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, don't judge me, I'm in my prime position of Sims 3 playing.
Yeah, anyway, so we've been testing those things out. I was going to call you out on the fact that you were playing Animal Crossing and Sims 3 at the same time last night.
Hey.
But I think we've talked enough about Animal Crossing for one podcast. So we've been testing out all these different platforms, and because we want to play, we don't know how long quarantine will last, and then once quarantine is over, it's not advisable that we go rushing to each other's houses. So we want to find a way that we can play Dungeons and Dragons, like the proper main campaign, which is quite heavy on the talking and the roleplay successfully over the internet. And to do that, we've been playing, first we played a couple of games of, I think it's called Frozen Sick, which is one of the Wizards of the Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the title of it, yeah.
And then it was Amy's birthday. Happy birthday, Amy. And then
Happy birthday.
we jumped over to High Hopes High School, or Kadar State High, which it doesn't have a title. I jump between those two.
It's so fun.
To try out these platforms, and it has been super
pretty
dumb.
alright.
Yeah. The technology aside, how are you finding going back to school, kids?
I absolutely love it. There's a side of me that comes out when I play teenage Torlin that is just, it's so lovely, and she's just ignorant to everything bad in the world, and so when I play her, I'm just like at peace.
Aww, and also full of sausages.
Great. Yeah, always. She's always got a sausage in her pocket.
Pocket full of sunshine, the other pocket full of...
Don't take that the wrong way.
Bratwurst.
I was gonna say,
cheese strings.
Oh man, cheese strings. Torlin is such a cheese string person. Holy cow.
And the other day I was like, she pulls a cheese string out, and then I was like, oh my god, I have cheese string in the fridge, and I like ran off of the camera and into the kitchen and came back with 2 cheese strings. That was a good time.
The wildest thing for me is that I had to plan a bunch of lessons for every day that goes on.
That was hilarious.
And so I don't know what lesson we were in when you whipped out the cheese string, but I fully lost track of what I was doing, what I was thinking.
Oh no, I'm
watching
sorry.
you eat it.
I was like, I eat my cheese string very specifically. I peel I peel it down to halfway, and I peel it all down until it's got like
a
the
banana?
stereotypical hair. You know, like when you see the advert for cheese strings and they've got the hair.
Jazz, I haven't seen
right?
an advert for cheese strings in 10 years.
Well, anyway, you peel
like
it into tiny
making,
pieces.
like a brush, right?
Yeah,
like a makeup brush.
And then I eat the peeled bit because I feel like it tastes better when you eat a chunk of peeled bit together.
This is the bit that that really kind of drew my attention away from what I was talking about, because I watched you flip it upside down, sort of shake it a little bit, and then open your mouth and then hold it over you. Tried to get all of the loose strings into your mouth at once.
I had no idea you were watching that.
You were on a camera.
Yeah, but there were like 3 other people on that camera. You could have been watching them.
And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
but I mean, they were sort of sat drawing or paying attention. You were shaking a cheese string.
just
I'm
circling
sorry.
back to the I haven't seen a cheese string ad in about 10 years. Do you remember those?
Yes.
Yeah.
The weird animated dude they used to have on it?
Yeah. Huh?
Like the
Oh.
big living cheese string?
Also,
Yeah.
the kid who pretended that he had a calcium deficiency to get his mum to
Yeah.
buy him some
Oh my
cheese string.
gosh.
Man,
Do they have cheese
2000s
string
era
in the
adverts
United
were
States?
so weird.
Do you think?
What was
What?
that?
Do you think they have cheese string in the United States? The sound engineer
Oh, they
just
must
gave
do.
me a-
It's like
We made out
processed
real
cheese.
right? We didn't have that in America.
But also, like, it just makes me think of that, what are they called? Frubes,
Oh yeah,
right? And the advert where it was like, tear their heads off and suck their guts out.
All
and
of
you're
the
like,
food
whoa.
adverts in 2000s era were so
yeah,
aggressive.
early
Like that and
2000s, like,
pepperoni.
rip their heads off. Like,
That was
whoa.
just a psychotic,
They
sausage
can't
man.
do that anymore. They had to change that. I think it's like, gently peel off their scalp and suck it out very respectfully.
I don't know if that's the campaign they ended up going with.
Yeah, I don't know if
Well, it
actually
should
they're asking
be.
you to respectfully scalp something is
No.
any different from.
I think they
tear
were just
their
like,
heads off
this
and
is
suck
a
their guts
yogurt.
out.
Please enjoy. I think that might be what they switched to.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's, you know what?
guess.
Petition for for all adverts to return to that batshit crazy era of 2000s where it was like, kill this
Suck
thing
their
that we're
guts
trying to sell
out.
you. Ah, this is the Hunger
Tear it
Games.
apart.
Like,
Well,
Yeah.
you know what they say, Guy. So we've got to be the change that we want to see in the world. So the next sticker advert
Oh,
needs to be
so
super
we've got the-
aggressive.
oh my
oh,
god, can we get Matt
Jenny,
to be
we
the
need
Pepperami
to.
Man in the next
yeah.
sticker advert?
We need to do some like more merch ads because they can just be real great.
Man, I just
and
want to see more of the stuff
just
that y'all have been filming up in
mad.
Reigate, like in the
Look, it's a weird place up here. I don't know if the internet can handle it.
It's just
it's-
such nice content.
You don't understand the things I've been through.
What, is that like trying to film stuff or just like living with Matt
I
in
mean,
general?
like living with
So-
Matt in general. I'll just be sat here in the evening, like, playing my game or watching a film. Matt will just walk into the doorway, stare at me, turn around, and just pull his pants down and show me his butt, and then walk away without saying anything. And like, Phil will be sat there and he'll go, "Nice," and I'll be sat there and I go, "I hate you, Matt."
Those two really
hate
are
you.
like the Batman and Robin of nonsense, aren't they?
Yeah, that's just a tiny excerpt of what happens here.
There's this post that I have in the drafts on Tumblr that I've been saving. Beth made a
Oh.
GIF of Matt dancing, or rather, it's just like a repeating. He's like hiked his jumper up
Right.
So you can see his lower back, and he's like shaking his ass back and forth around their old
Oh
bedroom.
my god. Wow.
And then underneath that is a screen cap from the conversation where I asked him, what do I put beneath this GIF? And he was like, I don't know, I'm not the words guy. I'm the arse man. I was like, maybe I'll just put that underneath.
He truly is the arse man.
How many
like that
likes
scene-
does that post need to get for Matt to start an
Oh my
OnlyFans?
Jesus.
No, that is man. I was just about to say, I don't know whether I feel glad that we have we were able to shine a light on Matt, because I think he's really funny and really creative.
Oh, he's a superstar, absolutely.
But also, what have we unleashed?
Yeah.
And I think OnlyFans for Matt is like the pinnacle of the what have we unleashed. That should never
Yes.
happen.
A terrifying concept.
So
dear.
I think we're gonna have to leave you with that horrific image.
That beautiful image.
Thank
you
Just
very much.
think about it.
Thank you very
Just
much.
think
for
about it
listening,
and
everybody.
remember that is what I put up with on a daily basis.
If you'd like to see behind the scenes content, you can also obviously join us over on Patreon. But if you would like to see that video of Jazz maybe attacking herself, or Matt attacking Jazz just as Steve Jobs, depending on how you look at it, that's over on our Twitter, which is swanky. Similarly, you can find us on Instagram and Tumblr and the Discord if you have been enchanted by the sounds of these conspiracy theories where Phil is made of
so
bees and
many.
Jazz is made of frogs.
Yeah, if
Then-
you want more mecha concepts, that's the place to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Then you can join us
Absolutely.
there. The link is in the
We have
description
soap.
of this YouTube video. And also it's on Twitter if you can be bothered to go find it. Thanks very much for listening, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
It's always so lovely to have you.
Have a grand day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.